All right, guys, so make sure that you have your PowerPoint Companion worksheet out with you while you are watching this video. So I'm going to go through some of the introductions to decimals that you need to know before we get into adding, subtracting, and all that fun stuff. So just have that in front of you and enjoy. All right, so I know the dot in this number is called a decimal point, but why is it there? And what does it mean? Decimals are used to show numbers less than the number 1. Think about how decimals are used when we write an amount of money. Okay, you can see those examples over there. The number 4 here is to the left of the decimal point, so that represents 4 whole dollars. Just like any decimal, the number to the left represents a whole number. The number 20 is to the right of the decimal point. It represents an amount that is less than $1. So in this case, 20 is less than $1, it's 20 cents. So that means that the number 7 to the right of the decimal point here is actually an amount less than 1. So if you're working with a decimal like the one you see here, 53.7, the 0.7 represents something less than a whole. Exactly. Since this entire rectangle is colored blue, it represents one whole rectangle. This rectangle, however, only has 2 of the 10 equal parts colored blue, so it represents a number less than 1. It's not a whole rectangle, so you need to write a 0, a decimal point, and then the portion colored in. So for example, this would look like that. So we have 2 portions of this rectangle cut into tens. Only 2 of them are colored in, so it would be 0.2. So this is where you are going to go ahead and look at your worksheet, your companion worksheet that you have, and you want to look at number 1 for write the amount shown, and check out these rectangles that we see here. We have 3 whole rectangles colored in, and then we have a 4th one that is not completely colored in. There are only 7 of the 10 rectangles colored. So what would the decimal look like in this case? I want you to either pause the video or if you've already written it, you can go ahead and check your answer now. So you see the 3 whole rectangles are colored in. The last rectangle has 7 of the 10 equal parts colored in. So this is 3.7. So 3 is the whole number and 7 represents 7 out of 10 colored in for the last one. All right, so let's do the next one. Here, write the amount shown. So you see 2 whole rectangles are colored in, and the last rectangle has 5 of the 10 equal parts colored in. This is equal to 2.5. So 2 is the whole number, and 0.5 represents this last rectangle where only 5 of the 10 are colored in. This is 5/10. So 2.5 is the decimal here. All right, for number 3, write the amount shown. You can pause your video to think about it, look at your screen, figure it out, and then go ahead and press play when you want to check your answer. 6.6. So there are 6 whole squares here filled in, and then the last one is not a whole, but it's 0.6 because 6 out of 10 are colored in. All right, go ahead and pause your video, write down the amount shown here, and then you can check your answer. I see 1 whole rectangle colored in. The last rectangle has 7 of the 10 equal parts colored in. So this is 1.7. Okay, for this one, I see 5 whole rectangles colored in, and the last rectangle has 25 of 100 equal parts colored in. So this is a little bit different. Now we're working with hundreds instead of tens. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes. So 5 would be the number on our left, and then we would put our decimal point. And here we have 25 of 100. So 25 needs to be in the hundreds place. So it looks something like this, 5.25. The 2 is in the tenths place, and 5 is in the hundredths place. So this is 25 hundredths. Okay, go ahead and write the amount shown here. Try that again. So count how many holes you have and then figure out your decimal number. 8 whole rectangles colored in, and the last rectangle has 89 of the 100 equal parts colored in. So this decimal looks like this, 8.89. So I don't see any whole rectangles colored in, so this rectangle has 56 of the 100 equal parts colored in. So this is not going to have any whole numbers in this decimal, in this number. So this is actually going to look like this, 0.56, because there are 56 of the 100 blocks colored in.